We're live, we're live, we're live. We're live. Down on my knees again. Thank you for the happy years. Yeah, we're live. It's on. It's Kwame P. How are you doing? Tonya, hi. Immaculate. Grand Rising. Another guy. How are you? Tonya, how is it going? Another guy, how is it going? Abena MFA4. Thank you for sharing the video. Madam Grace, good evening. Empress Rookie. Miles. Tonya, thank you for liking the video. Empress Rookie, thank you for sharing the video. Mike Oketola, good evening. JC, good evening. Official God Grace, good evening. Easy, good evening. Madam Grace, good evening. How is it going? How is the family? Claire's truly, I salute you. The brand business, thank you, thank you. Hmm? Really? You are a 419. I didn't even know you are that the brand business. 419. As Ismail Malik, good evening. It's Kinzo. I salute you. Madam Grace, is the internet is not good, or why did you say I've been at your side? Ferum, good evening. Romanos Mabel. Romanos Mabel, good evening. Okay, that's good, Madam Grace. Thank you. Another guy, thank you for liking the video. Abim Talk Series. Hello. Steve, good evening. Where are you watching from, Steve? Maureen, how are you today? Steve, what is this flag? Selena, good evening. Stack with Seed, good evening. Kunle Deco, greetings. Kunle Deco, greetings. Steve, good evening, Steve. Luminate, how are you doing today, Luminate? Wale, good evening, Wale. Great success, Mark, good evening. Max and Chris Christian. Chris Iyoha Christian. I hope that's not you. Web Pluto 007. Good evening. Temi Dayo Lawal. Roy James. Rabella. Pauline, how are you today? Palato, Israel, brother. Gavin Trade. Good evening. What's that? The map of what country is that? Boundless Grace. Good evening. Isa L something. Noel. Good evening. Thank you from Kenya. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Ambassador. Good evening. Congratulations once again. Thank you, Iris. Taye Malik, Ogun State. Àwọn ọmọ Ẹ̀gbá. V Grace. Good evening. Ambassador is okay. I'll let him break the news by himself. You know, this is going to be my last. This is going to be my Iris, my dear sister. Do I know? I just know that there are brand names referred to as Iris, but we can always check here what Iris is. I know, but then I have too many things in my head, honestly. Because there is Iris soap, there is Iris in the eye. It has to do. It has more to do with like maybe sight. IBB. Good evening, Abuja people. It is yeah, iris in the eyes. In the eyes. Something has to do with something in the eyes. This is going to be my last session this month. And I'm not going to be live till when? Till the 19th of June. So what that means is for like a month or thereabout. Hello, young greens from Turkey. Meaning that I will not, go live on my platforms for about a month or so. I will not go live. I kind of prefer the blue lights for here and for the dining area. Yeah. So my next live session after today is going to be on the 19th of June. And that's why I thought I should, come do this to what's the word now? To compensate for about a month. Ara Empire, good evening, that I'm not going to be live on, hold live sessions. Manlai, good evening. Thank you, Tai Malik. Thank you. We are starting the 18 days manifestation marathon tomorrow. And those who are registered, you're going to start getting some messages. I'm sure you have started getting messages today. And then you're going to get an official, video tonight to prepare you for the 18 days manifestation marathon. Now, if you are here and you have registered, but you have not been added to the WhatsApp group, kindly send a message to 0808. Can you write that in the comment section? 0808 6275. If you are here and you have registered for So sorry about that, Manlal. The registration closed yesterday, but some people still, registered today. They did it and told us I've registered, so there's nothing we could do about that. Now we have about 85 or so participants. 85 or so participants. We could have taken more than that, but I've been asked questions like, how are you going to do it? I talk to people every day. So that's the beauty of living your purpose. Living your purpose. That's the beauty. Is more or less like asking Messi, how are you going to play football? How are you going to survive this European Championship? Like asking Ronaldo, how are you going to cope with this European Championship? That is his calling. So this is my calling. So there's nothing like how am I going to cope with 85 people? Yes, we can register. I think we should. If anybody wants to register, they can go ahead. Let's not deny anybody that. But the registration is now 120,000. So just click the link in the bio and then, it's going to be an amazing 18 days experience. It's going to be fantastic 18 days experience. And there are a lot of other benefits added to this. One of them is the 45 minutes private session with me. Normally, an hour private session is 100,000 naira with me. We give some people 50% discount and all that. And I don't take more than 2 sessions every day. 1 hour maximum every day. I don't do more than an hour. So apart from the fact that for 18 days, you are going to have an experience, you're also going to have a 45 minutes private session with me, where I'm going to help you look at some of the things that I'm going to teach and help you streamline and structure a design that would help you practically manifest your desire and goals for 2024. Some people are saying they still want to register for the 120. It's 120,000 now. Because left to us, we're closed. Left to us, we're closed. The team are here. I have a full house, because I know that something like this, we have to bring in some other people on board. Now we have Chris. Chris is now with us. And we have some other people who have joined the team. Luminate. No, don't worry. They will not come and say hi today. They will say hi later. So, because we want to ensure, for instance, I hope Luminate is here. One of the things we are going to start, Madam Grace, you will meet him. Madam Grace said, who is Chris? It's not Pastor Chris Oyagilomel. Apart from the general 18 days manifestation marathon, there is also going to be 45 minutes private interaction with every participant. That's what it means. BFS, I hope you understand. Now, Luminate is one of the first students in the Femi Jubal Academy. Should I call them students? No. We'll find another way for it, another name for it. So Luminate has been doing a great job helping people, teaching them numerology, So one of the things we're going to do in June, from July, from August officially, is to have a Femi Jubal Academy. So that prodigies, no, I don't want to call them prodigies. Prodigies. What did you put? prodigies. We'll find a name. We'll find a name. Luminate has actually been handling a lot when it comes to people asking questions. He's been reading people's number for them, and he's been doing a fantastic job. And he learned all just by observation, learning, asking questions, and all that. So what we are looking at is a scenario where people are not just knowing these things for themselves. Yes, it won't be posted on YouTube. The 18 days teachings will not be posted on YouTube. It's only be posted for the people who are participants. Associate, yeah, something like that. Someone said disciple. Seeker. No. We'll find a way for it. We'll find a name for it. So we're going to replicate a lot of that, where you are not just learning this knowledge for yourself, you can also teach people. So for instance, if somebody during a live session says, I don't know this, you can just handle the person and just take the person and teach them. That's it. So it's not just about me, and that's one of the ways to make something that is good spread. So that's that for the 18 days manifestation mastermind. The things that you are meant to get in preparation for the marathon. Thank you, Madam Grace. In preparation for the marathon, it has been sent to the group. We're going to resend it to the group so that people can get them. Manifesting is not rocket science. Honestly, manifesting is not rocket science. And I'm so glad that this is happening in the year 2024, because I'll be honest with you guys, 2024 is not a year to joke with. One of the members of the Brothers Supreme Brothers community was telling me that he feels that this 18 days manifestation marathon will determine the rest of his life. That's how important it is to him. Wow, so sorry about that, Jib23. He said he feels that this 18 days manifestation marathon is like, it is a determinant factor in the future trajectory of his life. That's how important it is to him, because he feels that 2024 is not a year to joke with. And this is the truth. This is a year that for some people, this is not a curse. For a lot of people, if they don't get it this year, it will take an extra effort for them to get it. If they don't get it this year, yes, that's also Madam Grace. If they don't get it this year, it will take an extra effort for them to get it. Because this is a very, very strategic, energetic year, right? It's a year that nobody should joke with. And also, in the Chinese, it is a dragon year. A dragon year is a power year. Is a universal 8th year. Then it is a dragon year. You see a lot of the Chinese people, they are getting pregnant now because they always want to get pregnant in the dragon year and give birth to their children in the dragon year, which is also a universal year 8. Thank you for the gift. So this is not a year to joke with. And I've said this repeatedly. Can I have water, please? Thank you. Hmm? Yes. Smoothie. Thank you, Maureen. Ambassador said he started preparing for 2024 in 2022. I know people who shut down everything in 2023. As of September, they already shut down everything. And they just went into solitude to prepare for 2024. Because 2024 is the foundation for a lot of people. 2024 is your second shot at life, your third shot at life. That if you don't get it right, it may take another decade to be able to get it. And it is not negativity, honestly. I discovered by ancestral investigation, and by ancestral nudge, inspired words that if I don't put in more and step into my office as a teacher in this year, that it may be hard for me to claim my place in the human ecosystem. I got that instruction. Like, if you have to teach people until you fall down, do it. But you must be doing it. That's the instruction I got. I know they drink cold water. Okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. I got that instruction. A lot of people wonder, oh, why are you doing what you are doing like the way I'm doing it? I'm working based on inspired instruction. And some people will not do what I am doing because that is not my instruction is tailor-made. That is the specific instruction I got since last year. That 2024 is another chance for you. Yeah? To express your life path. Because if you don't do it in 2020, if you don't begin in 2024, opportunities of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity. An opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity. So 2024 presents to us, it's a lifetime of an opportunity that if you don't seize that opportunity in that lifetime, it's gone. And I'm telling you, personally, that those are the instructions I got personally by ancestral investigation, by ancestral nudge, by meditation, preparing for 2024, and the recovery process. There is a gate of influence and there is a gate of power that we all have, especially for people who are old souls, people who are sent to teach the world something. There are people who your major calling is to teach the world something. So my calling in life, my life path is to teach the world something. So the real estate, the car dealership, every other thing I'm doing, they are means. I used to see them as the main thing. Yes, now I still see them as that, but the truth of the matter is the most important thing in my life now is teaching. That's the most important aspect of my life. So when I meet people this day and they ask me, what do you do? I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. Because I have been told that 2024 is probably my last chance to focus, to make the major aspect of my life major. Like 2024 is so significant, guys, that it holds the key to restoration for a lot of people. All the dreams, all the goals, all the ideas that you think are lost, 2024 holds the key to the restoration. 2024 for a lot of us is that year where, a lot of people that didn't really know me in the past, right? They thought that everything I'm saying now, that, I just discovered them. Everything I'm saying, and I've known many of them for 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Most of the things I'm saying, I've always known them. But I can't respond to you because I'm talking about something very important. There are 104 people here. This is one of the things I've always talked about. The world does not revolve around you as a person. So participate in what is being said now. Because I will not stop what I'm saying just to address your own question. Because there are 109 people here. That's not the way the world works. I like to address these things because a lot of people have this mentality like they must stop what they are doing to attend to you because you are more important than the other 110 people that are here. The world doesn't work that way. I'm not trying to scold you, but That might be the way you approach every other thing in life, but it is not. That is not it. That's not how to operate in life. So for a lot of us here, it is not too late for you to start digging deep, delving deeper into the year 2024. What is in this year for me? What can I do in this year? And this is one of the things I've done this year is I have emphasized the pinnacle cycle, the macro cycle. There are 4 pinnacle cycles that you have. We're going to, briefly talk about that during the 18 days manifestation marathon. There is also the micro cycle, which is a 9-year cycle of your life. There are people right now, based on the cycle of your life, what you are meant to focus on is balance. For those of you in your 4th 9-year cycle, from 27 years old to 36 years old, your focus right now is meant to be balanced, not jumping from one place to another. This. Because if you don't gain that balance, you are entering your 5th 9-year cycle from 38 to 45 or 46. The moment you enter that 5th 9-year cycle, your 5th 9-year cycle comes with a lot of changes. So if you are not prepared, you're just going to be frustrated. And 2024 is that year that offers us the opportunity, the strength, the energy. There are many portals in this year. We've had like 3 of them. One of the most important portals in 2024 is the 888 portal, which is going to be in August. The 888 portal is going to be in August. Now, a lot of people, you are meant to start preparing for that. Because portals are gates to realms of abundance, realms of glory, realms. I was watching a particular young pastor, and I really, really loved what he said. The awakening is taking place, and those who want to align with it, they are aligning with it. And this young pastor was talking about how the moon and the sun can determine your success or failure. Although he didn't call it astrology, he didn't call it numerology, he didn't call it, but he was using scripture to explain that. So one of the things that a lot of people must wake up to this year is esoteric knowledge. And that's why we are focusing and emphasizing on esoteric knowledge. That is one way to drive an authentic life. And I've always known this, right? And this young man said, when the scripture says, the sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. And he said that means that the position of the moon and the sun can determine your interaction and relationship with nature, with the cosmic elements, can determine your success or failure. What is he saying? Astrology is the movement of planetary objects, right? Numerology is the study of numbers and their corresponding impact in our lives. That's exactly what he was telling his people. And I hope they got it. There are videos. There is no course yet, but there are videos. You can join the 18 days manifestation marathon starting tomorrow. This is not the year to be close-minded, guys. We're entering June already. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months to the end of the year. You can use that 7 months to curate the life that you want to live, to lay the foundation of how you want your life to be, to make the major and not minor on the major and major on minor. I wrote something on my WhatsApp. This is a year of action. Universal year 8. 8 is the number of achievement. 8 is the number of action. I have not seen an 8, somebody with an 8 in their number, who doesn't have challenging expression, who is energetically aligned, and they are not action-oriented. An 8 person is an action-oriented person. So 2024 is a year of action, not a year of I'm waiting for God to come and do it. God is waiting for you to do it. It's an action year. And the power is available in this year. When you step out, there is the energy in this year, in the atmosphere, that pushes you and grants you momentum to do things that you thought were impossible for you to do. God is waiting for you. This is not the year to say, I am waiting for the leading of the Holy Spirit. No, the Holy Spirit is waiting for your leading. God is waiting for you to make the move. That's it. If you keep waiting for God to make the move, you will be there and enter the next phase of your life. And every next phase of life must be prepared for in the current phase. Right. It's the truth. I was discussing with Shewa Ambassador yesterday, and we're talking about how that many of the things Terence Howard is saying, we knew these things decades ago. Like everything Terence Howard is saying, sacred geometry, the flower of life, 1 + 1 × 1 is 1. I have mentioned some of those things to you. The power of number 9, all these things, we have known them for decades, but let's say we were being manipulated to channel our energy in the wrong places. Right. And 2024 is that year that many of us said, The energy began in 2020. I said 2024, there is something about 2024. And it can be the same thing for you. You can use the next 7 months to lay the foundation for anything you want to become for the rest of your life. Anything you want to become for the rest of your life, you can use the remaining 7 months in the year 2024 to lay that foundation and say, yes, I've gotten it. 2020 was the COVID year that a lot of people actually laid the foundation for the rest of their life. There were people during the COVID, remember 2020, there were people who, it was during COVID, even this guy that is doing what God cannot do does not exist. It was 2020 that brought him to limelight, and see where he is now. There are a lot of people like that. They came into notoriety. They came into wealth, into influence, into power in 2020. Do you? There are. You can testify to what I'm saying. That's what happened. That was when it happened for them. And 2024 is that universal year that for a lot of people, the foundation you lay now will determine the rest of your life. Exactly. Every next stage of life should be planned for in the current stage of life. 2024 is that year. Because when you study the pinnacle in numerology, what happens is you start feeling the energy of the next pinnacle 2 years before you enter the pinnacle. In the micro 9-year cycle, I am going to enter my nurturing stage where I am going to nurture people and people will also nurture me back in another 2 years or so. And I'm already feeling the energy. In a normal scenario, for someone like me now, I should have children now, biological. But thank God I have children that are not biologically mine, but then they are mine. But that will happen, right? So it is important to understand that 2024 has presented to us an opportunity to rewrite our story. There must be a mental shift in 2024. Thank you, Kulikuli. Inshallah, it will happen. There must be an intentional, action to rewrite your story. I must change my story this year. Thank you, user. The power is in you to change your story. There are many people, you are known for things that do not represent you. People have judged and defined you based on your current situation. 2024 is that year that presents you with an opportunity to rewrite your story. To rewrite your story. So, what are the things that must change this year? Number one, you must change your mentality, your mindset, the way you have set your mind. And can I tell you the truth? Most of the mindsets, the set of mind that people have, they formed them from childhood. The mindset of scarcity, the mindset of limitation, the mindset of low self-esteem, the mindset of self-invalidation. You invalidate yourself. They learned these things, they caught these things during their formative years. You must reconfigure your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You must be the third person and pay attention to your mindset. Why am I thinking like this? You know, sometimes because we buy, I think it happened when my friend came to Nigeria the other time. And anytime he's in Nigeria, I ensure that I take care of him and all that. So we bought fuel like twice. We filled the tank like twice. So we spent about 130,000 naira in 1 week. So I was talking to my driver. I was like, so why did we spend this much? But because I always step back to question myself, that why are you saying what you are saying? Then I step back, no, this is poverty that wants to speak through me. I am thankful that I am one of those people who can fill their tank twice in a week, and they used it for a particular purpose. I didn't use it to go and chase women. I didn't use it to go and drink. I used it to help my friend that was around. So I stepped back. This is the way you are meant to live your life. You are meant to always step back and watch your own thoughts. Watch your own mindset, your words. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Be the witness in your story. For a lot of people, you must be the man or the woman in the mirror. An unexamined life is not worth living. If there is something that every one of us must work on this year, it is our mindset. Your mindset is holding you down. Your mindset is holding you down. You have been told that for you to get anything substantial from God, you must beg God. God, I beg. I beg God. God, I beg. You keep begging and not getting anything. You must switch, thank you for that, from limiting mindset to mindset of abundance. Yesterday, I was taking a walk. I was just telling myself, yes, I know financial literacy is important. Money management is important. But I cannot be sitting down and be calculating how much I'm spending. So what I engage in is how to build multiple streams, expand my streams of income, and live in abundance. Because if anybody is expecting me to come and be writing down, I gave this person 100,000, it cannot happen with me. So, because I will have hypertension. In your case, it may not be like that, but in my case, that is me. Because I even send money to people I don't know, that I've never met before in my life. So how many things will I write down until I'm able to get a personal accountant? And the personal accountant, his job is for himself. He doesn't have to be telling me, you spent 120K on fuel, because I'm an 8 to even say, I'm not saying financial literacy is not important, but my own approach to financial literacy is to expand my streams of income. So I'm not bothered about all this chicken change. No. Because I've had people approach me, I can help you in a way that you are going to have a diary, something that anytime you spend more money, fuel, 60,000. Forget about it. It can't happen with me. It's not possible. For some people, at the level you are meant to, have that, but not with a scarcity, fearful emotion. Like, oh, I spent 1 naira. How did I spend the 1 naira? What happened to my 1 naira? Or you are inviting poverty, scarcity to yourself. Be accountable for your finances, but not with the energy of fear and scarcity. It's the truth, not with the energy of fear and scarcity. I am a channel and conduit of money. That's the truth. But this is something that every now and then I still find myself working on my mindset. Be transformed by the renewing, continuous verb. The renewing. So it means especially for people who are not born into into wealth. You know, a lot of us were not born we're not born with a silver spoon. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I was just fortunate to be raised by rich people. Because, you know, I remember growing up in the church boy, and then brilliant, always winning all the Bible quiz, because my father would beat the heck out of my life if I don't study all the chapters. And so I was always winning Bible quiz. So everybody saw me as an intelligent boy. So I was moving from this person's house to another. So a lot of people that know me, they are like, how come you don't like anything stress? You don't like it? Are your parents? My parents are not rich. I just live with rich people. Yes. So my life, I don't want stress. But even at that, I still work on my mind every day. The moment I notice something that looks like it's tending towards what I don't represent, it does not represent kingdom power and glory. I work on it, get rid of it. Doesn't mean it won't come back tomorrow, especially for people who were born into scarcity. When you talk about mindsets, it's mostly formed between age 0 and 7, 8, 9, thereabouts. I'm telling you, for a lot of us, if you can heal your formative years, if you can heal from your formative years, you are going to be free forever. If you can heal from the subliminal messages you got as a child that daddy couldn't pay my school fees, so that introduced you to a level of scarcity that so it is possible for a father not to have money to pay for his child's school fees. But some people were raised the way they were raised. They never experienced that kind of information. It's not part of them. All right? So for a lot of us that grew up with that, yeah, it messes with your mind. Scarcity messes with your mind. Limitation messes with your mind. Low self-esteem is messing with your mind. And it is a wrestle, it is a war, it is a battle you continuously fight by the renewing of your mind. That's what you do, by the renewing of your mind. Mental shift, 2024 requires mental shift. You must shift your mindset. You must change your mindset. You must repent. You must repent. When they say penthouse, look at the etymology. A penthouse is a house that is at the rooftop of a house, the highest floor of the house, right? So when you repent, you rebuild the apex of your house. Your mind is the governor of your life. So you have to shift how you have been thinking. How have you been thinking? Scarcity. Glorifying misery and struggle. The way some people glorify struggles, the struggles of life and miseries, the way they glorify it, the way they brand their situation, like their problem is so special, and you know, this problem requires a special solution. There are no special problems anywhere. A problem is a problem. All is mind. Thank you, observer. All is mind. All is mind. Release it. Embrace abundance. Release it. I'm not recommending this to anybody. I have a friend. He's a senator now. This guy was the one that gave me a house when I was in a very bad place. And this guy, I've seen this guy spend 45 million naira in 2 weeks. He blew everything in 2 weeks. I'm not even capping now. If I mention his name, he's a 7th senator now. Before he became a senator, he was already making money. He's a Fulani guy, right? He never believed that if he wants to buy a bicycle and the bicycle is 10 million, the moment the thought of the bicycle comes to his mind, he will buy it, even if it is 50 million naira. He will carry the 50 million and buy the bicycle and be riding it. That he has bought the bicycle that is 50 million. And that's the way he lives his life. And all the people around him that are always afraid for him, they are the ones who are broke. He's the one who is always having a way. Even if he doesn't have money for 1 week, by the next week, money has come. I'm not recommending it to you. I'm just saying that is somebody who has developed an institution in his mind, institution of abundance. So he can easily tap into it. He has built the system. He has engineered a system in himself that caters to his financial need. So other people are afraid on his behalf, but he's not afraid for himself. And they are watching how every time he solves his financial problems. His election, the campaign, he didn't spend a dime. A governor, some other people raise money and give him. Take. He believes that if he needs 1 billion, he will get it. The realm of abundance. See, the moment you, even if you are going to be accountable, you should be accountable. But you don't even have the money to be accountable for to start with. Accountable. Where is the account? 3,000 naira balance in the account. What are you going to account? You don't need any accountability for 15,000 naira in your bank account. It's 15,000 naira. That is what is there. 15,079 kobo. Where is the account? I need to be accountable. You have only 35,000 naira in your bank account. Which account? Is the truth now? Is the truth? What are you accounting for? 35k left in the account. 35,000 naira. 500 naira. 400 naira. 35,400 naira. Okay, how did you now sit down? How did my money get to 35,500? Because it was just 80,000 naira. You bought data. You bought food. What is the account there? People stress to account for money that is not there. Which account? I'm learning how to be accountable. and in the name of trying to be accountable, they invite all these emotions of scarcity, all these things that you now become, you know, you now become all this rigid accountant. 1 kobo, 2 naira. There is one particular 5k I spent. How did I spend it? You spent it, not me. Which one? How did I spend it? Because you grew up in an environment where scarcity was the order of the day. Where as a child you were introduced to the idea that scarcity is a part of life. And it is a lie. The only law is abundance. Scarcity is man-made. Scarcity is a creation of your thought, your thinking, your mindset. Scarcity is created by your mindset. That is what scarcity does. It is created by your mindset. So the 5,000 naira you are looking for, you spent it. An angel did not take it. It's not any matter. Who is taking my money? Which taking my money? Nobody is taking your money. You spent it, and there's no need to be edgy about it. I have only 80k. Hey, this 80k is about to finish. That's why it is finishing. Exactly. An angel did not take it. You spent it. I'm telling you. It will always return. And one of the things I do, listen, when I spend money, I give thanks. If there is something that we must all deal with, it is the mindset of scarcity. A lot of people are suffering from this thing. The mentality of scarcity is as though you have 200,000 naira left. You're already thinking, hey, my money is finishing. My money is finishing. My money is finishing. It's 150k, 80k, 50k. It must finish because you already attach fear to it. That's what's going to happen. Because we were raised in the environment of scarcity. Listen, Shehu Ambassador always say we live in an economic planet. Everything costs money. See, if you have money, you have solved the major part of your problem in life. Let me spend some time with them today because I won't be live. Yes, I won't be live till, so let me just spend more. Ibro is telling me that time up. If people should go and hold him, he is the person that is always doing this to you people. Mindset of scarcity. That's it. They are warning you now. Mindset of scarcity. I told you a story once of a young boy. He attends Bayes University. He's doing his master's. He schooled in one of the biggest universities in the UK. He came. So they were living on my street, my former area. We were living there. So there was a young man that was living in the house where I was living. And then this young man came from nothing, from the ghetto. So, but he's a footballer. Matter of fact, he has traveled now. He has traveled to a football academy now. So he met this rich kid on the streets, right? So the rich kid really, really likes him, right? And that's why a lot of you, what you need to understand is, many times, if you are from the gutter, it is your friendship with a rich kid. So that's why you must know how to behave around wealthy people. There are a lot of you right now, there are people who are very wealthy, but they want to be your friend. But if you don't know how to relate and behave around a powerful, wealthy person, rather than the relationship benefiting you, it's going to lead to more chaos. You hear all these rich people, I beg, they know they help people, I beg. So this boy who is from the ghetto, pure, when I mentioned all those ghetto after Marabayanya in Abuja. There's one ghetto, Akwanga. Is it Akwanga? Or there's a place that if you see the place, my brothers and sisters, that's where this boy came from. That's where this boy came from. So he met this rich kid on the street. This rich kid is going to his school. He goes to the school from the house every day, and he drives any car he wants to drive. He drives to school. So this rich kid became a friend of this poor kid. Permit me to use the word poor kid. Poor kid that came from massive scarcity, where they may not eat sometimes for 3 days. So he became friends with this rich kid. So every time rich kid comes to the house to come and see him, where is this? He has gone out. I want to see him. They go out together. Right? So one day, this poor boy was very, very hungry. So he told the rich kid that, hunger, they blow me. I'm very hungry. So the rich kid moved on to the next topic of discussion. Like he didn't hear. The boy said it again. The kind of hunger where they fire me now. I never chopped since morning. The rich kid moved to another topic. And the poor kid took it personal. He was offended. And when I came back from work in the evening, he saw me and said, Mr. Femi, how is your friend? He's fine. But he gets something way into today where I don't like. What did he do? I was telling this boy that I am hungry. I said it like 3 times. He just moved on to another topic, another discussion, like he didn't hear me. In my mind, I was like, okay. You told a rich kid that you have not eaten since yesterday. That language is not compatible with his programming. The way his programming language, what you have said, he went here, it didn't trigger anything in him, then he bounced back because that is his operating system does not know anything about somebody who has not eaten for 24 hours. A person who is hungry, he can't process that thought. He can't process that thought. So you telling him is like maybe you are joking, or you don't know what to say, or you are referring to somebody in a movie. It's not real to him. And later on, I called the rich kid and I said, I have not been around for like 2 days. He said, yes. I said, this guy, he told you that he was hungry. He said, oh, really? He said that? Yeah, we have food. We have food. There is food in the house. And he took him to his house. The poor kid said, when he got to the kitchen was like a whole house. When he entered their kitchen, everything is in the house. Everything in the freezer. But the rich kid hardly even eats those food. And since that day, the rich kid made sure that this boy's breakfast, lunch, dinner, always calling him, can you come? Can you come? There's food. Should I bring food for you? Always giving him. Now, the lesson here is the poor kid grew up with that mentality of scarcity. The rich kid never grew up with that. One of the ways to work on your mindset this year is to change your circle of friends. What kind of conversation? What is the dominant conversation in your circle of friends? Are there people who have economic conversations? Or people who are talking about terrible Nigeria, is how everybody is suffering? How everybody don't have money to spend? How there is no money anywhere? You must reshuffle your circle of friends. You must first pay attention. What kind of conversations are they having? Because you cannot move from fire pan to fire. You were raised in scarcity. Now you are moving to a circle of people who speak only poverty and scarcity. We must change our mindset. You must be intentional about aligning with people with the vocabulary of your future. Where you want to be, you must align with such people. We're talking to my driver. Recently, we bought a phone for like 700,000 naira, and then when he saw the phone, what did he say again? He said he can never. He said, he can never use his money to buy a phone of 700,000. So I called him and said, I want to see you. Today is not driving job today. It is lecture between me and you. The other day I took him to a place. We went to a restaurant and we ate. And the bill was, I think, 19,000. And I saw the way the boy was just sitting down and he was squeezing his face. So I said, so why are you squeezing your face? And he said, you can just go and eat this food somewhere for 2,000 naira. And I kept that in my left hand. I said, this boy is not just going to be a driver. He has to be trained. He has to be trained. Even if you don't have something, stop dismissing it. Stop disqualifying yourself from having access to it. Stop it. Even when I was dead broke that I had no 500 naira, if people called me and said, let's go to Transcorp, and they spend 100,000 naira at a sitting, I will not think in my mind, if I just give me the cash. I will never think that way. Mindset, that is it. Mindset. And I started schooling him and saying, guy, say you send money to your family every month. If you don't change your mindset, this struggle will continue. Because if someone buys something you cannot afford around you, you are meant to celebrate that thing. And then think of that thing for yourself, like, wow, me too, I can buy this kind of 700,000 naira phone. I can also buy a 100 million naira car. I can buy a 1.5 billion naira house. Yes, I can do it. Yes, but a lot of people, your mind has been set to think that everything you cannot afford is a waste if other people buy them. They are just wasting money. These people, they just like wasting their money. How can a person go and buy 50 million naira car? Well, you don't know if they have 2 billion. Mindsets of scarcity. It is now worse if you are surrounded by such friends. 3 for 10 naira friends. There are 3 for 10 naira friends. All of the friendship, all of them, 3 of them, they are worth 10 naira. That's what my mother used to tell me. Don't go and be hanging around our 10 kobo. Meaning friends that are worth 3 for 10 naira. 3 friends, they can't produce 100,000. So this one, no problem. This one get problem. This one get problem. There has never been a time that they rescued themselves from financial problem. Hebrew said, I'm just insulting people. No, it's the truth now. You can't help them, they can't help you. Where is the friendship? Misery loves company. Everybody, that's the way the world is. These rich people, they are wicked. That's how life is. Do you know that sometimes when I am invited to a place, because wherever I'm going to, I investigate the place. Who is the person? Like a young man said, I want you to meet my mentor. He's into cryptocurrency. He's just 28 years old and he's a billionaire already. I was like, eh. So what am I going to do there when I meet him? He said, I just want you to meet him because I told him about you and he said he would like to meet you. And I said, okay. So I said, this is probably a place that will challenge my mind. I said, this place is a place that will challenge my mind. Beer parlor cannot challenge my mind. Men sitting down with bottles and you see them when you go to all these gardens in Abuja. That's why you see men. Give him one bottle. They want to prove masculinity in a beer parlor. Proving masculinity in a beer parlor. Does beer challenge you to be a better person? So beer cannot challenge me. So for me to go to a place, I will investigate the place. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. So I went to the house. When I got to the boy's house, I saw the cars. I saw the settings of the house. I said, wow. Something happened to my mind again. Like, this boy is just 28, 29 years old, doing his business legally, has boys that he's training. He's not a Yahoo boy. He just got married recently, and he has accumulated such wealth to the point where he's so humble that sometimes he's afraid of, how am I able to make this money? And I was challenged. So be intentional about aligning yourself with such people. See, the shortcut, people are your greatest, one of the shortcuts to renewal of your mind is to hang around people who don't look like where you are. People don't look like where you are. Sometimes I just go to some places because there are people in this place. Let me go there. That is a place that I can meet people that will challenge my mind. Not people who are putting 7 bottles of Star on their table and thinking that is who a man is. No. Meet people who are sitting down and talking about power, politics, money. And you are there with them. When I sat down with my godfather on Sunday, and the conversation was all about power, politics, money, power, politics, money. That's all it was about. And his friends came and they sat down, and all their discussions were about, so this senator, that guy, and they are discussing powerful people as if they are their boys. And hearing those things, I'm like, no, I have to go and do something with my life. Places you go to, and when you leave those places, you are like, no, there are some things I'm not doing right. That is the shortcut to renewing your mind. It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut to renewing your mind. Because what happens when you renew your mind is that your conversation, your vocabulary will suddenly change. And when your vocabulary changes, your friends will also change. Because some people will no longer be comfortable with the way you are talking. Who does he think he is? Who does he think he is? They deceive yourself there. They do your fake life there. Yeah. Even your own friends will start reacting to what you are saying. Because your vocabulary has changed. How you describe your situation defines who you are. Are you a victim or a victor? How you define your situation. How you define your situation defines who you are. A victim or a victor. That's it. And let me tell you the truth, right? I told you this story before when I was in the Jonesing world. Yeah? And my godfather said, I am not going to give you money because you had money, you spent it anyhow. So go and stay in one of the houses you bought for me. Sir, you don't go buy mattress. I'm not buying you anything. Go and sleep on the floor. And I was sleeping on the floor in that house. Only me, 6 units of 3-bedroom flat, sleeping on the floor. I'll sit from this room to this room, this flat to this flat, until I said, we have to renovate this house and give it out. And while doing that, the day my sister came to visit me, she came in a nice car and she entered, and the security guard of the house said, you have this kind of sister in Abuja? And I said, yes. I said, boss, how can you have this kind of sister in Abuja? And then, no, my sister is not my savior. I am my savior. And my sister entered the sitting room of the house that I was, and she didn't see anything. Everywhere was empty. And she said, okay, where is the room? She entered the room of the house. She saw some clothes on the floor. She said, so where is the place you are living? And I said, this is the place. And he said, Kai Femi, I didn't know that you are suffering. The way you chat with me, the things you say, if I knew that you were suffering, I would have at least bought you mattress. I said, I am not suffering. Even if I am, it is a necessary suffering. So I don't have to describe my situation to you like my life is over. You expect me to do that for you to know my life is over. You didn't see me from picture that I've lost weight. See, people expect you to describe your situation like a victim. I hope you know that. Don't do them that honor. Even the closest people to you, they expect you to describe your situation as though you are finished. That's the only way they cannot. Yes, I cannot help him. I don't give anybody that privilege. I don't do people that honor. And this is why a lot of people, the moment you meet people and you are describing your problem with so much emotions, you are attaching so much emotions and feelings to miseries, to negativities. The way it's like I want to just unalive myself. Everything is just over for me. The way you describe it, like with so much emotions and drama, you are doing it because you have been taught to present your situation like that before people can help you. If you are seeing me as your brother when I came back to Nigeria, fresh boy with my packs, all that, compared to the pictures you started seeing later, and you don't think I have problem until I start telling you how my life is over. Don't worry, don't help me. Because people expect you to narrate your story of misery and suffering in a way that you are emotional about it. And the moment you do it that way, you are feeding your calamity. You are strengthening your misery. And you are starving your power that is within you to transform your life. You starve that inner technology in you and you feed your situation. You feed your situation. So your microcosmic universe begins to lose its essence, its operations. And then the external, which is your situation, is not in you, is outside you. Because reality is subjective. You are seeing it. That's why it is a situation outside you. It is what is inside you that matters. But because you want people to help you, you now look pitiful. Like you even want to cry yourself. If I go to that man, I will kneel down and be crying so he can help me. He will give you 10,000 naira. How you describe your situation defines who you are. Victim or victor. There are necessary struggles and sufferings in life. Please understand this. Pain and shame are part of life. But pain and shame are temporary conditions subject to change. Thank you, Kwame P. Pain and shame are temporary conditions subject to change. Always remember that. Wherever you are in the moment, it is temporary. It is a temporary situation. The estate where I am currently, I told you about the story. My friend Samson, when I invited him to this house, he entered this house. He said he remembered a conversation I had with him, how I told him, because I came to this estate with a friend then, and I said, I like this estate. And when calamity befell me, and I was in that situation of jonesing world where 500 naira was a big thing for me, I was telling Samson that as I am chatting with you now, I am in the particular place where I am now. And Samson had to go and look for that chat. He had to send it to me that, bro, tell me, you are not telling me some things about you. This is what you told me in 2020. And that's where you are now. This is what you told me. There are some things you're not telling me about yourself. There are some things you are hiding about yourself. Because one of the things I did was every night I teleported, I astral traveled to this estate. Every night. I was not sleeping in the small house on the floor. I was sleeping in this estate. Every night I did it. I'm going to teach you that during the 18 days manifestation marathon. I was sleeping in this estate. That's what I was doing. I was sleeping in this estate. There is something called telepathic communication. Do you know that people, see, there are proofs out there beyond any reasonable doubt. When you look at the UFO classified documents, that there are beings that don't necessarily look like us, and people have met them, and they communicated with them. But the communication used in that sense is telepathic communication, mind reading. That's what it's on. Mind reading. Where you can communicate with an unseen entity as though they are there. Both of you are having a communication. You are reading the mind of an unseen entity. So you are telepathing. You astral travel, you astral project to a place you want to see yourself. And you create the patterns and the people, and you telepath with them. You communicate with them. And these are the technologies of our ancestors that we refuse to develop. Because, there is a young man, I'm sorry to say this, it's quite unfortunate. This young man's father is a Rosicrucian. And he taught this young man how to astral travel. So this boy used to astral travel casually. The astral project. He used to do it. I'm telling you, this thing is real. And then they took his soul. He gave his soul. Let me just say it like that. He gave his life. And then he shared a testimony. I used to astral travel. I used to engage in telepathic communication. But I just want to thank the Lord. I no longer do all those things again. And everybody clapped. And I said, this is the reason why Africa will never move forward. This is why Africa will remain the way it is. Because that is a testimony that should make people start shedding tears. Like, we are finished in this continent. Yeah, testimony. Because these are the technology that the CIA, the MI5, the presidential guard, the Russian intelligence, Chinese intelligence, these are the technology they are using. And you are sharing testimony that they are demonic and you have left them. Because you have been told that it is demonic. These are the technology that are casual, like every day. In my village, I was told the story of a man that can be present in the same place, in 5 different places at the same time. Now, there is a technology for that. It's a multi-dimensional. Go see this movie, Doctor Strange. Anything you see in Hollywood, they are giving you a tip of the iceberg. That's what they are doing. They are giving you a tip. It's because it already exists. Multi-dimensional representation of one entity, where one person can be present in 5 places. And this is a story, it is real in my village. The oldest person will pass the story to the other person from one generation to another. If there is one great thing that they have done in my, ancestry, is the fact that the story has always been passed from one generation to another. So you can actually see a person and they will tell you all the story, everything that happened. This place, this is what it is. This place, this is what it is. And our ancestors were doing this casually. They were not, they will appear and disappear. They were modifying the weather. A person will enter the rock. Yeah. They understood how to access portals. Portals. The things that if you read it in the Bible, it is not demonic. But if they tell you your ancestors did it, it is demonic. Thank you for that shape change. Where a person, a human being, will fit into a cup. These were technologies our ancestors used. For our ancestors, these were like the same way we're having a conversation. That was what our ancestors were doing. But they hijacked those technology from us. They advanced them. We stopped where our ancestors stopped, and now we are saying our ancestors were lunatics, jumping from one tree to another, eating banana. Well, if those are what some people's ancestors are, good for them. My own ancestors are not lunatics. They were not lunatics. My great-grandfather was a healer. He was raising people from the dead. That was his specialty. He specialized in raising people from the dead. And that's why my mother was literally, there were several children that were confirmed dead, and my mother raised them from the dead. But she has outsourced her power to her pastors. The people that she's meant to be laying hands on, they are the ones laying hands on her. She has stopped that though, because I've warned her to stop it. It's the truth of the matter, guys. So you must be open-minded to esoteric knowledge for this year to be meaningful to you. This is an esoteric year, guys. This is an esoteric year. It's an see, after this year, we move to the year 9. Year 9 is a dominant year. If you don't access a level of abundance this year, 2025 will choke you. It's a choking. The number 9 chokes. Have you noticed that people who are 9s, they have strong presence? That if you are not strong and you are around a person who is a 9, you will start feeling inferior. Ask anybody. If you are a 9, if you hang around a person who is 9 and you are not confident in yourself, you will start feeling choked. And that's what 2024-5 is a dominant choking year. So if you don't access a level of abundance spiritually, mentally, economically this year, 2025 will choke you. You now start thinking it's one spirit that did something to you. You don't know that it is you because you are close-minded to esoteric knowledge. 2025 is going to be an intimidating year because it's a universal year 9. It's going to intimidate people who have not built themselves spiritually, mentally, psychologically, economically, socially. That's it. Because go and look for any number 9 that is energetically aligned, right? They are usually forceful, dominant. Their presence is very strong and they want to make their presence known. So if you are now a weak, lily-livered, lightweight, spiritually, mentally, economically, you will just stay somewhere choked, claustrophobic. That's what's going to happen. And that's why I'm shouting it this year. I was shouting it in 2023, in December, that 2024 is not all those shouting by G33, year of money, year of money. People started this year. A lot of people started this year broke. A lot of people started this year broke. They were confused. But G33 told me it's a year of money. One white bad boy is telling me something you are believing in. And a lot of Nigerians, that's what they held on to. Anything a white man says is the best. If it's someone that looks like them, please, that one. When people come to me and they tell me, I signed up to G33, you think you are elevating yourself. You think I'll now see you as one big person because you bought G33's program. How is my business with that? How is my business with that one? And I kept saying it. Forget about all these things they are telling you. 2024 is a year that will work for people who are prepared for it. Money will not just jump on you. The number 8 is a number of achievement. You put in effort, you sow the seed, you reap the harvest. So expecting harvest where you did not sow, 8 does not do that for anybody. 9 does not do that for anybody. If it is a year 6, then you can get a lot of cheap things in year 6. But year 8, year 9. So some people, if you don't get it now, you are going to be in a Jonesing world until 2026. It's not a course. If you don't know your number, you can get the book. You'll be able to know your number. If it's a year 3, year 6, all those flexing will happen in 2020. Is it 2027 now or what? No, 2028, 2029. Can you help me? Can you guys help me reply? Whoever is asking about books, someone should just reply them. You must change your vocabulary. The things you are saying. You must be open-minded enough. See, let me tell you. Everything they are telling you is demonic. Those are the things that you should go for. Those are the things that you should go for. Every book they have told you not to read, those are the books you should read. Because that's where the power is. That's where the secret is. That's where the secret is. When you read, there is a book I'm going to recommend to the 18 Days Manifestation Marathon. I'll mention the name to them. You know, the historical Jesus, because listen, there are evidence that there was a historical Jesus. His name was not Jesus, but there is a historical Jesus. That is also a, because in history, there are 15 different people with the same story. All right? And it happens in history. Sometimes history repeats itself in human. History can repeat itself in a human character. Someone can live now, like look at Elon Musk. He's like the 21st century of Nikola Tesla, right? So people can, So the historical Jesus belongs to a group of people. It was a brotherhood called the Essenes, right? The Essenes. See, you must go and study the esoteric dimension of your religion. That's where the power is. Everything they are teaching you on the surface, they are exoteric knowledge of your religion. Not that they are bad, but if you really want to know and have access to power, go and study the esoteric dimension of your religion. That's what you are meant to go and study. So the historical Jesus belonged to this brotherhood called the Essenes. And the Essenes were mystical people. They were mystics. They were guys who could teleport. They were guys who could levitate. They were guys who had a lot of Buddhism, Hinduism in them. That was the brotherhood that it belongs to. And it was strictly for men. The Essenes brotherhood. That's why you have there is a book, one of the uncanonized texts that was removed from the Bible. When the documents discovered at the Nag Hammadi library, one of them is called the Essenes Gospel of Peace. The words of the historical Jesus, original words of the historical Jesus. And when you read some text there, he talked about casting spells. He talked about how you cannot manifest anything if the only thing you are talking about is, oh Lord, my Father, oh Lord, my Father. It is the feminine and the masculine energy that produces an offspring, not just the father. So the historical Jesus prayed to the father and the mother, not just my Father God. Forget about those things, please. It is the alliance of the feminine and the masculine energy that produces an offspring in every ancient spirituality system. It is that triangle. That's it. So you cannot be doing Father, Lord God, Father, Lord God, Father, Lord God. And that's why you're not getting results. But you must get results this year in 2024. So open-mindedness to esoteric knowledge. Delve deeper. Do research. I always mention books. I always mention things. See, the way I learn is the moment I hear someone, if I were you listening right now, everything I have mentioned, I'll write them down. I'm going to do my research on them. I'm going to do my research. So Father, Lord God cannot do anything for anybody. Forget about all those things. He can't do anything. My Father, my Lord. Forget about it. It is the marriage, the intercourse of the feminine and the masculine energy that will produce an offspring. It will produce an offspring. Have you seen the chaos? Most countries that are masculine countries, have you seen the chaos in those countries? Because there's no balance with the feminine energy. And that's why a lot of people, there is chaos in your life. Chaos. Everything is just chaotic. Because you are only concerned about the masculine energy. My Father, my God. Oh Lord, our Father and our Lord. But you must open up to this knowledge. The darkness and the light, they are one. Peace and war is one. Right? Forget about it. See, God is darkness and God is light. Yeah. Evil is nothing. It's a law of polarity. Everything has an equal opposite. You must now sit down because there is access to information. Every information you need to transmute and transfigure your life, they are all over the place. Delve deep into them. Research, 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 research. I was talking about sacred geometry at 19 years old. And in my church, they were telling me I was demonic, that I was possessed. And I was telling them, this flower at 19 years old. So Terrence Howard talking about these things, and I'm like, wow. So I was not mad at, because they made me think I was a mad, proud, stupid boy. They made me feel that way. They made me feel that way. And in my 20s, early 30s, I started talking about these things again. And everybody said I was occultic. And I had girlfriends of my friends telling their boyfriends that I don't like Femi, the things he says. Are you sure this guy is not a cult? And the same symbols they are saying I'm a cultist, their pastors have them in their homes. You must open yourself. You must open yourself. See, if you refuse to wake up, you cannot blame any pastor for it because they didn't tie a rope on your neck. Adeboye didn't tie a rope on anybody's neck. Oyedepo did not put a gun in your head and say you must. They are doing their thing. You are the one that will put your destiny in your hand and say, I will pick this, I will not pick this. I will choose this, I will not choose this. I will add this. I like this man. I quote them sometimes, but they are not my spiritual covering. They are not my God. They are not superior to me. That's it. They are not superior to me, and they are not superior to you. The best they can be to me is a teacher. That's it. The best I should be to anybody is a teacher. We are all gods, right? Haven't you been told? Haven't you read that ye are gods? And that was what Jesus, all the prophets came to tell us. The prophets didn't come to get us to start worshiping them. They didn't come with anything new. They came to show us who we are, how the universe operates, and how we are meant to relate with the universal energy. That's it. Do you lack money? This is what you are meant to do. There is a law of multiplication. 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Do it this way, you get multiplication. Are you sick? Your body can heal itself. Give thanks. That was all they came, just to remind you. So the idea of turning them to gods, please, is not in my own vocabulary. I never turned my ancestor to God. Now you are going to turn to God. They came to show us that the power is in you. If you deny the power of God at work in you, you are going to hinder the power of God through you. If you deny the power of God in you and you are focused on external entities, until they lay hands on me, until they do this, until I go to this place, nothing can happen to me, then what you are doing is you are disregarding what God can do through you. That's what you are doing. There are no spiritual heroes anywhere. Nobody is your spiritual hero. You are your own hero. You are your own savior. Terence Howard said, become the Messiah you are looking for. Everything you think the Messiah can do for you, start doing it for yourself. Everything you think the Messiah can do for you, start doing it for yourself. 2024 is not a year to joke with, brothers and sisters. It's not a year to joke. It's an action year. You know, I see some of you ladies. Let me say this, because I wrote this on my WhatsApp story. You want to marry in 2024, but any opportunity to connect with people, you reject it. So maybe the man will come and meet you in your bedroom while you are fantasizing about marriage and kneel down in your bedroom and propose to you. But that miracle will happen in 2098. You dey play. It's an action year. What you are looking for is looking for you. But when that thing finds you, are you going to be around? Are you going to be present? When what you are looking for has found, are you going to be present? Or you say, no, I don't want to join any WhatsApp group. I don't want to talk to anybody. Yeah. Don't worry. They will come and knock on your door and break the door and enter and say, you must marry me by force. Because what you are looking for will not force you to accept it. What you are looking for will not force you to accept it. What you are looking for will find you if you are present and available. So if you are jumping from one woman to another and you are looking for a woman that is virtuous, right? And say, I'm looking for a woman that will be my wife. You are going to be there. You will end up with an olosho. That's what you're going to end up with. And you're going to start asking yourself, what is wrong? What is going on? And this is why it is a year of tough love. See, a lot of people, you have been too pampered for too long. You have been pampered for too long. You don't want anybody to shake you. You think that life is bread and butter. You think life is bread and butter, and then, I'll just get it. No, it's not. It doesn't work that way. They must shake you first. So you must make yourself available to people who can shake you and make you realize that it can be the other way, because life is not bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses. If you want something, be ready to take the necessary action. So if you see somebody who is motivating you and gingering you, and you want to take it personal, it's your life at the end of the day. It's your life. Because missing it this year is dangerous. I'm telling you the truth. Do you know how some people prepared? I know a girl. She's in Rwanda. She's into tech. She shut down everything in August last year. Right? When I was in Kigali in December, I met her. She shut. Was it December or January? I came back in January. Yeah, I met her in January. She shut down everything, yeah, and was just by herself. Only connecting with people that look like where she wants to be in the next 5 years, building her application and doing all those things, and only connecting with those people. And go and look at her now. There's a conference held recently. My friend that came to Nigeria went to Kigali for that conference. She was part of the keynote speakers. So it is not a year to play with. It is not a year to take things personal. It is a year, right, to invest in your nation, your human institution. It is a year that you invest in that. And particularly me, I am not here to pamper people. Anybody that wants to grow and transform their life, definitely, I am for you. I'll do anything to ensure that you. But if it is pampering or puppeteering, all those puppeteering that, pseudo puppeteering, you don't want to do anything for yourself. You think one man on the altar, because he speaks very well, just by, farmsing him, then something is happening to you. That one, a lie. You must step in and take the action. So my assignment is to ignite that process in you, is to help you ignite the process of taking the necessary actions that you need to take to transform your life. So if I notice that you are close to me and you're not doing it, I will scold you. I know there for that one. Action speaks more louder than words. Action speaks louder than words. The people who work with me, they know. I laugh, I joke, we smile, but when it is time for work, I don't wait, I don't play. I don't play. And that is the same, those are the same ethics you are meant to bring into your own life. Because 2024 is not a year to play with. I'm taking my time tonight because I know that after tonight, I'm coming live again on the 19th. That's almost a month. And that's why I'm taking my time. And it means that I'm not going to come on live. It means that I'm not going to come on live as we cross into the new month. So this live session is also for me preparing you for the month of June, the universal month 6. The universal month 6. And to tell you that the best thing you can do for yourself is to ensure that you engage in your power cycle. Even if you're going to do it for 31st to the 30th, 31st to the 1st of June. Because there are some things that nobody can do for you. You must do it for yourself. You must do it for yourself. By the time we enter into the month of June, it's a nurturing month. See, the month of June is laced with a lot of goodies. And this is, I'm telling you facts now. You prepare for that month, for the month of June. Prepare for it. Prepare for it because it ends the first half of the year, right? It ends the first half of the year. And for a lot of people, see, I have a lot of people, they start getting it from March. But June brings in a lot of goodies because June is the month of the mother. It's a very feminine month. It's a month that you take advantage of. Take advantage of it. Prepare. But you take advantage by preparing, not just by talking. Take advantage by preparing for it, not just by talking. It's also a very emotional, I hope you know it's a very emotional month. So those of you who are experts at attaching emotions to negativity, kudos, no problem. You will magnify it. Those people who are emotional about everything. Oh, he talked to me this way. For another 6 days because somebody spoke to you a certain way. For 6 days straight, you are still feeling the impact. Don't worry. Month, June day for you. Because it's a very emotional month. So you can master your emotion, your emotional intelligence. You can master it and judiciously use it in your favor to serve you. That's what you are meant to do for yourself. It's not a month to give out negative feelings. See, let me tell you for free, one of the things I'm going to share in the 18 Days Manifestation Marathon. In June, what you can do for yourself, create great feelings. Even in a bad situation, be intentional about creating a good feeling. When some people, they want to trigger you, take their triggering energy and create a good feeling from it. Because it's action based. So it's not a month where you are just saying, month is going to be great for me. If you don't do it, if you don't engage, that story. I'm telling you the truth. But if you engage the month, you command the month. You watch how it will produce for you its results. It's the month of birth. Many of you right now, you are feeling birth pangs. 2024 has shown you Pro Max, Shege Pro Max. 2024 has shown some people Shege. You see them on social media talking about their problem. Shege Pro Max. That's what 2024 has shown some people till May. Do you know that those are birth pangs? And if you prepare for June, you can birth. You can become the beginning of a new phase of your life. See, a lot of people actually gave up. So if you nearly gave up, you were lucky. If you nearly gave up, you were lucky. For a lot of people, this year has slapped them, beat them, tore their clothes, dragged them on the ground, pressed down but not crushed, persecuted, not abandoned. The only thing that has kept a lot of people in 2024 up till now is the treasure that is in them. That's all. If it is not for the treasure, it is a skeleton you're going to be seeing. They will look like skeleton. But because of the treasure in them, that's the only thing that has kept them. That's why when you see them, you don't know their problem. You're not the one I'm talking to, bro. You, that's the way you are naturally. Is the truth? I am telling you, this year there is a guy who used to have 3 cars. He used to have 3 cars. Now he has only one, and that one is used for Bolt and Uber. He said this year has touched him. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. One of the reasons is that a lot of people didn't prepare for 2024. And especially for the fact that they were too excited with all these G33 and all these numerologists telling you that 2024, money will just fall on you. G23 said she sold her house. You can imagine. But you're going to buy another property that will be better than the house you sold. Because see, when you sow in 2024, when you sow into the year 8, you're going to reap the harvest. You're going to reap the harvest. Every effort that you have put into it, it will give it back to you. It is not stingy like a year 7 or 4. It will give it back to you. So my desire for you is that 2024 is going to be an amazing year. And that beginning from the month of June, you're going to start seeing some major shifts in your life. And how are these major shifts going to happen? By divine intelligence. Listen, guys. God is the divine infinite intelligence in you. God is the divine infinite intelligence in you. I'm going to close by saying this. And this is going to be an assault to a lot of people's theology. But listen to me carefully, please. You will understand. You will not misinterpret. No, it doesn't mean they are stingy. It just means that they are stereotyped ears. It doesn't mean you are, So please listen to me carefully, and then you will not misunderstand what I'm saying. Please, this is very important, because you will have all these things I've mentioned in this year if you understand that God in you is divine infinite intelligence. That's what it is. The creator is not God. Hold on, please. Just listen to me. The creator is not God. The creator is the multiversatile energy, the divine spark, right? It is energy, speaks frequency. The grand energy field, that is, it is not God. The creator is not God. It's frequency, speaks frequency. That's the language. Frequency has a lot to do with feelings, Feelings. Men invented the term God. God is a generic term. God can be anything. Anything can be God based on the care and attention you give to it. Anything can be God. Anything can be God. So, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. It doesn't carry any weight. Don't let anybody deceive you. The Creator is the infinite intelligence in you. Why do you think the Indians will ask, what is the name of your God? An Indian man will ask you, what is the name of your God? Your interpretation of the intelligence, the infinite intelligence in you, is what you call God. That's your own interpretation. And one of the most powerful definitions of divine energy is infinite intelligence. If you have an understanding of infinite intelligence, you are going to command results in your life to the extent you desire. That's what's going to happen to you. Because infinite intelligence encompasses the three dynamics of the divine force. Power, right? Vision, right? The omnipotent, all the power are in the energy field. All the power are present now. Every power that you need to transform your life is present in you now. Not outside you, not in the future, not in the past. It is present here and now. Omnipotency now. That's number one. So you must first understand that the capacity and the power to create the life that you want is in you here and now. That's it. You don't have to wait until this Friday before you go to one place. It's in you where you are right now. Sitting down where you are right now. The power that you need to transform your life is in you right there, right now. In the moment. It's there now. The all powerful. That's what it means. The all powerful. Omniscient. The all seeing. The all seeing. Wisdom. The action word. Knowledge. Understanding. So all the knowledge, all the understanding, all the wisdom that you need to transform your life, they are in you here right now. I am not the one that will give it to you. It is in you. I am only here to ignite it, to trigger it. Omniscience, the wisdom, infinite wisdom, knowledge, understanding is in you right here, right now. Thank you, Young Greens, for that. Right here, right now, it's in you. Right now, according to the power that is at work in you. That's what it says. God will do what you imagine according to the power that is at work in you. And in the Quran, it says that my servant, I am who my servant thinks that I am. Because the power, what you think, the power is in you right here and right now. The power to heal yourself is in you right here and right now. That's it. If you are not ready to be healed, forget. Let them go and bring all the healers in the world to put their hands on you in a lie. You are a part of your healing process. You will only be healed if you are ready to be healed. That is it. Because the power that drives your healing is inside you. Omniscient. Omniscient. And then you have omnipresent. Everything that you need right now, everything that you desire is present because you are present here. Reality, right? You know, that's why. That's your reality. You know that you are present. Am I present here right now? Subjective. Now, because you can see me. So I am a reality based on your perception. Based on your perception. So everything, your husband is here right now. Forget about those, your wife is here right now. Your healing is here right now. Everything, because you are also present. The reason why those things are present with you right now is because you are present. So your presence confirms and validates the presence of every of your desire. You are omnipresent. Right. That's why I love quantum jumping a lot. You exist in different universes. Alternate versions of you exist in different universes. Alternate versions of yourself. They exist in different universes. That is the concept of quantum jumping. It exists. So you can bring all those alternate versions of yourself. The successful version of you, the healed version of you is present. Connect to them. And then you bring it and then you manifest it. You manifest it. These are the three. It's called infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence. You will never hear me say God. When I'm relating with divinity, I call divinity infinite intelligence because you are just one step away from transforming your life. You are one phone call away from transforming your life. And it is only wrapped up in your ability to access and connect with infinite intelligence. Because that intelligence is infinite, sees all things, has all the power, knows everything, has all the wisdom, breaks through the rock like water, breaks limits and boundaries to places and things that your physical body cannot go to. So they are having a meeting somewhere, and infinite intelligence knows the meeting they are having. And infinite intelligence comes to you, activates something in you to take an action, and it begins to influence the meeting they had. That is infinite intelligence. God is a watered down concept. Is a watered down concept. If you are still calling God God, you are at that level with those other people. It is a generic term. Your God should have a name. Your God. I am who my servant thinks that I am. I am what my servant thinks I can do. That's it. And infinite intelligence can do all things. He has all the power. And guess what? That technology is in you. There is a phone call right now that if you make that phone call, everything will change. How come you have not made that phone call? Because you have not activated infinite intelligence. You are still chasing shadows, expecting somebody to say something on Sunday, on Friday, that you will now hear that thing. Because the phone call that you need to make to transform your life, that inspiration must come from your inside, not from outside. Not from outside. It must come from inside. And a platform like this, what it does for you is that it helps you to begin that process. It charges you up, triggers you, so you can go and do more homework on your own. So the nudge, the still small voice, the place you need to go. Oh, go to Transcorp on Friday and go and just sit by the pool. And then a guy just walks up to you. Hello. Oh, how are you doing? And later on, you discover that he's an amazing, responsible, wealthy, correct guy. And you start dating, probably you marry. It is infinite intelligence that inspired your action. When infinite intelligence is activated in you, every of your actions will be inspired. I was telling one of my friends, he said, how come some deals you don't pursue some deals? That's because I know they will not work. I know deals that will work because infinite intelligence tells me that this one, there's a deal this year that came up, and the way I pursued the deal, I attended every meeting, made every phone call, because the infinite, they already told me, this one, you better follow it up. It's going to work. So you are not full of activities without results. Every of your actions are inspired. You are a divinely dynamic human being. And people wonder, how come sometimes you're just chilling? Because I just don't engage in activities. Every of the things I do must be inspired. Inspired thoughts, inspired words, inspired actions. These are the byproduct of the activation of infinite intelligence in you. That's it. And it must come from within. It must come from within. Let me share a story and then I close. I've shared this story several times. And, as much as it sounds very simple and easy, a lot of people, you can see. So this is why you must take infinite intelligence serious. Leave God for the general public. Divinity is infinite intelligence. That intelligence can change your life totally. When you relate with divinity from the perspective of an intelligence that is infinite, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, all wisdom, all power, all knowing. That's where you relate with infinite intelligence. So he has all the answers to the questions you are asking, and the technology is in you. When I wanted to go digital with my knowledge, okay, let me put my knowledge in the digital space. Let me put my knowledge in the digital space. Let me write books. Let me start doing all this, digitalized economy. The first person I wanted to work with, he started catching fever because he thought I wanted to compete with him. I was like, if they say me and you should compete, you will collapse in 5 minutes. So he started misbehaving. And the way I pray my prayer are codes, computer programming codes. If people who build computers, they start with, there is the declaration, which is the opening, and then there is the body of the computer language, and then there is the closing. I just told myself, I said, this guy is beginning to misbehave, and I've seen it in him. And now I said, infinite intelligence. I want to have somebody that is going to work with me as I launch into the digital space, because I have been told that I need to focus on teaching from 2024. I need to focus on teaching. So I need someone that is going to be with me and will help me make this digital space easy. Because it was like rocket science to me then. Like, how do I do it? I'll just come and be talking, and then how do I reach out to people? How do we expand the followership? How do we come up with a lot of things? How do we use digital tools and all that? Me, I don't have patience for all those things. Me, I just want to talk. And the boy started misbehaving. I said, okay, you my buy oh, you don't know who you deal with. So I push him go on side. And I made that prayer. Prayer is a code. I'm just using the word prayer because that's what people are used to. You are casting spells. I constructed a code and I set it in operation. And I went to sleep. And one day I woke up. I was not thinking of buying any microphone. And Infinite Intelligence said, my actions were already inspired from that point. See, when you activate Infinite Intelligence, your actions will be inspired. You won't even know. It is when you get the result, you will now say, that's the operation of Infinite Intelligence. That's the operation. And I ordered a microphone. And the lady said, somebody is going to bring it. And I said, okay, no problem. And when I spoke with you, Ibro, I spoke on the phone. I said, are you bringing it? And he said, yes. And it was late. Then I said, maybe you should bring it tomorrow. And then he said he can bring it that day. And when I dropped the phone, I wanted to pick up the phone again and say, no, don't bother coming. I don't like people walking around in the night because they are looking for me. Because if anything happens to them, they will start calling me. So I said, I wanted to tell him, please don't come tomorrow. When I picked up the phone, I dropped the phone again. I said, no, let him come. His voice, the way his voice sounds, I want to meet him. Do you see? I am not special. Don't stop thinking I'm a special person. This is the way you are meant to operate your life. Period. That's it. Because I don't relate with God like God. All this watered down, pure water, divinity interpretation that people do, I don't do all those things. I relate with divinity as infinite intelligence. That is it. That's why people tell me to pray in some places. I'm like, are you people going to listen to my kind of prayer? Because I don't pray all these watered down prayers. Oh God, come and lead us. Oh God, come and help us. I don't do all that. So the young man came and I met him downstairs. When he was coming, I saw him. I said, there is something about this boy. There is something about this boy. And he gave me the microphone. I exchanged. I asked him questions. He answered. I said, okay, thank you very much. He left. Infinite Intelligence told me I didn't need, do I use that light now? I don't use it again. He said, call that boy again and order something else. I don't need anything. Call him and order something so you can see him again. So I called him and said, I need light. He brought the lights. One light that I don't use again. It's just, we removed the stand and when he brought the light, he came to deliver the, LED to me. I told him, I said, come upstairs. So I brought him upstairs. And we sat down on the chair. And I think, no, it wasn't your birthday. No, it wasn't my birthday. But we took a picture. Yeah, you posted it on my birthday, but that was not my birthday. So why did you take a picture that day? You just said you wanted to take a picture. Yes, so I told him that day. That was my second time of meeting him. I said, come upstairs. We sat there. I said, let's take a picture together. So we took a picture. I don't know why I took a picture. At that point, because my actions were inspired, I was already feeling that for the last thing that I instructed Infinite Intelligence to do for me, I was feeling the energy like this thing is now present in me and with me. And it left. We have an organization called Brothers Lifting Brothers Community. We needed somebody to handle the social media. So I made an announcement. We need somebody to handle social media. And then Ibro said, I can do it. I said, okay, no problem. So he started doing it. So one day, he sent me a message. All these things happened in less than 2 weeks or so. He said, I saw the website that so person built for you. It is not a good website. He didn't do a great job. Nobody is going to patronize what you are doing based on that website. In my mind, I was like, who is this small boy that is telling me he knows about somebody built website and the website? I said, but the person is making a lot of impact on social media. He said, yeah, they did theirs well, but yours, nobody, this thing will not produce any results. It was not straight. They just said it codedly. And I said, okay, no problem. So we had a project. There was no result. And then he said, there is something I need to now tell you now. Can you allow me to handle all these things for you? Because I already knew that, yes. The day he asked me, can you allow me to handle all these things for you? I asked him, can you do it? He said, when I was in the university, I wrote a course by myself and I made 1 million naira from it, and he showed me proofs. And I said, Infinite Intelligence, thank you. This is the boy. He is the one. And I can't tell you how many things in my life that I activate Infinite Intelligence for. I can't, too many things I activate. I said, you are going to live with me, this one. And I didn't even know his capacity when I was saying all these things about, when I was bringing him close. I didn't know his capacity until he said, I can handle all these things better than this guy. Everything this guy is claiming he can do, I can do better than that. And he has proved that he can do 1 million times better. He has brought someone else now, Chris. I'm sure you saw some videos I posted, maybe last week. People say, this one is different because it is Chris that did that one, not Ibro. So everybody get their strength. And when he brought Chris, I saw Chris as like, Chris, yes. Infinite Intelligence. Listen. And the way he met Chris, the way he met Chris, you would know that Infinite Intelligence is also now working in Ibro himself. One of the ways to overcome struggle in your life is to leave your life in the hands of Infinite Intelligence. Leave all this God matter. His watered down concept of of the divine. It is a watered down concept. The perfect way to relate with divinity is as infinite intelligence, divine infinite intelligence, the spirit of power and love. That's how to relate with it. When you even study the root meaning of the word God itself, it is when you are with people who you know that those ones, they are too close-minded, you can use God for them so that they will not go and run typhoid fever and be coughing everywhere. Infinite intelligence. And I can't tell you, I'm just telling you one of the things, one of the events in my life. Exactly, my brother Palato Israel. That's just one of the things. When I met Shehu Ambassador on social media, let me tell you that one too. See, I have been through phases in my life where a lot of people thought I was finished. But because I discovered infinite intelligence, I stopped calling God God when I was like 21 years old. And this was why people had problems with me. I was not doing things the way they were doing it. And with all the risk and the mistakes and the errors I've had in my life, some other people would have either passed on, become addicts, end up in prison. But because I kept connecting with, because I have done this thing before and it worked. There is a system that is at work in me. If I can just reconnect with that system. And when I met Shehu Ambassador, it was on my birthday. And that was his first time of coming back to social media after 1 year or 9 months or so. And when he started talking, I said, this guy, I felt something about this. This is not just about feelings, please note. It's not about feelings, it's about consciousness. You are sensitive to patterns, energy, aura, right? Patents. The people who have caused me trouble, when I saw them, I knew they were going to cause me trouble. I just allowed them to cause me trouble. It's the truth. And Shehu Ambassador's signatures, thank you. And he spoke during my live session and he said, okay, personally, I am always very careful about social media influencers. Because I discovered that a lot of social media influencers, they live a double life. But I said, this guy is different. And the instruction, because I've been telling myself, this Brothers Lifting Brothers Foundation that I am doing, infinite intelligence, who do I need to bring on board that will give this organization a direction and bring in their energy and give this? And that's exactly what Shehu Ambassador has done. So when I saw him, I knew it. I saw him, I knew that he is the one. He is the one. He is the one. That's why I know that I cannot marry wrongly. It is the truth. And because I also rely on the wisdom of people around me. That's another thing. See, when you allow infinite intelligence to work in you, you will notice that the only people that will be close to you are people who also they also have their infinite intelligence activated. So when you are advising yourself, it is not from the place of sentiment, emotions, bias, and all that. You all know. I have spoken to Shehu Ambassador before that, don't do this thing. Said, yes, I was thinking about it, that I will not do it. He has called me before and said, I said, before you even told me, I knew I will not do it. There is infinite intelligence at work. Don't be all this small children operation. That's what happens. Hebrew has caught the infinite intelligence. That's why there are some advice that he will give right now. That's what we are doing. The moment he says it, it clicks in me like, yes. By the way, let me tell you, he came up with the 18 days manifestation marathon. We were sitting down here and he said, based on people's comments, many of them are saying like they are struggling, and I have seen the way you manifest. Can we do something like an 18 days manifestation marathon? He was the one that said it, not me. Me, that's in my mind, I was thinking that between May and June, there are some deals that people have given me their money. The money is with me, and I've not gotten them the right property. Let me just focus on that and just sort them out. Right? That was my goal. But I said, can we just do 18 days manifestation marathon? I said, okay, so let's do it. So it's his idea. Yes, it's Nain Tokam. It's the truth. And when he said it, I was like, but this is actually very, very true. The questions that I have been asked mostly are questions that border around, I am confused, I don't know how to do this, manifest this, I don't know how to manifest that. Okay, so now let's bring in our numerology and expand it into manifestation, because it's my private life. Because he has seen me, that everything I told him this year is here. I'm not cloud chasing anybody. I don't do all that. Everything I've told you I'm going to do this year, have I done them? Have you seen them? He is seeing them and he's telling, how are you doing this thing? You said this thing and this is you. And he said, you should also teach people this. So the 18 days manifestation marathon is Ibro's idea. He just said, you have to do it and teach people. Because when you allow infinite intelligence to lead you, it will not bring charlatans your way. It's virtual section actually for 18 days. God will not bring infinite intelligence, because of people. Let me just say, God, infinite intelligence, will not bring charlatans, troublesome people. Infinite intelligence is the combination of the masculine and the feminine energy. And there is no way the masculine and the feminine meet and they will not produce a child. There is no way they will not produce a child. Now go there. So now, infinite intelligence in your relationship will connect you with people. Remember in the Bible, there was a time they went to war, and David went with them when he was old. And one of the sons of Goliath almost killed David, but he was rescued by one of the sons of the generals. And they said, King, you will not go to war with us again. So they don't dim the light of Israel. They won't dim the light of Israel. Because at that point, David had, selected, he had built men around himself to the point where he was now receiving counsel from those men because he was governed by infinite intelligence. Because when you study the book of Psalm, you will understand that it is not just somebody that believes in God, that wrote this poetry. It was somebody that was connected to the infinite intelligence. And they said, King, you will not go to war with us again. So they don't dim the light of Israel. And that was the last time David went to war. So when you activate infinite intelligence in you, you are going to be surrounded in your relationship by people who many times you are going to live by their counsel. And when you apply their counsel, you're going to produce massive results. That's what happens. This is the shortcut to an authentic life. That's what happens. You are not going to be in a place where you are the only one thinking what you're going to do. You are the only one because you have become a light. Infinite intelligence will lighten up your understanding, your awareness, your consciousness. It lightens it up that you are now surrounded with people. And then when you are surrounded with those people who are also light, then they just begin to say things around you. And then their counsel becomes the foundation on which you build some of your massive results. Infinite intelligence. I'm giving more tonight because I know that I won't be live again until... So I don't even know if I should stop now. Because I know that till 19th of June, I won't be on social media doing live sessions. That's why I'm, giving more tonight. The confusions in your life, in your relationship, the reason you have a lot of liabilities around you. Shehu Ambassador came into Brothers 15 Brothers and carried it on his head as if it is his vision. Carried it on his head. There was a point that I said, I'm not doing this BLB again. The reason, this was why when some people were saying trash, I was telling them, I said, I have the loyalty of a fraternity. When this organization was like there was nothing left of it. It was this guy that said no. His stake, his life, his blood, his sweat, his money on it, and said, no, this organization will stand. It was because of the way he was handling BLB that I felt guilty. Like, if person will be saying no be in vision, can't they carry him like this? Make me self just believe. And he boosted my confidence in the BLB brand. Infinite intelligence. That's it. Infinite intelligence. You become you gain immunity from errors and mistakes. That's what happens. You are surrounded by people who know that as much as they are also light in their own right, you are a light, and you protect, preserve yourselves. You power up yourselves. Power networking. Right. That's what happens. The person that used to be one of the board of trustees in BLB that time, he became irrelevant because he was contributing nothing. And that's why currently, when you talk about the board of trustees, apart from some other people, it is me and Shewan Ambassador that the board of trustees of. Because so you see what infinite intelligence can do? Connect you with the right people. Inspire you to go to the right place. You say the right thing and you are there at the right time. So no matter where you are right now, even if you are in the bottomless of the bottomless pit and you activate the infinite intelligence in you, every present help you need, every help you need in the present will be available to you. I don't know how I would have survived studying in Dubai, schooling in Dubai, when my business in Nigeria crashed. All the 9 cars I left for them to be doing both, they chopped all the money and I couldn't hear anything from anybody. So I was there, stranded, monthly rent of like 4,000 dirhams, which is like 400K. I didn't know I was going to be paying it. I was almost homeless. And then infinite intelligence. One of my classmates, who is a prince, one of the Saud family princes, my classmate. He's doing his, I'm sure he's done with his PhD now. Ahmad, he had mild Down syndrome. He just became my friend that day and said, I want to take you somewhere because I realized that you play guitar and I like music. And he took me to a music shop. And it was in that music place where we traveled out of Dubai that I met Ahmed, who came and literally throughout my stay in that country became my older brother, my father. I was living in 3 different houses, not an African, not Jordanian, Australian. Because when Ahmad told me that follow me, usually I don't just follow people. I said, I'm going to follow this guy. And that was how I met him. This is the power of infinite intelligence. This is the power. This is what infinite intelligence can do for you. Who is this one? This is what infinite intelligence can do for you. What does that mean? When you activate this, the presence and the power of infinite intelligence, listen, guys, things will happen. Not just to you, but it will happen for you. That's what happened. It will happen for you. It will happen for you. And infinite intelligence, one of those days, took me and said, because that period, the current house I was living in was owned by an Indian. And I saw the owner of the house. There are people who are afraid of talking to him. Infinite intelligence said, go and meet him and tell him you can help him. And I stood up and I said, Pashuram, called him by his name. Pashuram. Say, yes? I want to discuss something with you. Where's my rent? Where's my rent? Sit down first. Let me discuss with you. And I said, I want to help your business. Because I noticed that it's disorganized. I was inspired to do it. I was inspired to do it. And anything you are inspired by infinite intelligence to do, it will produce a result. Matter of fact, it got to a point where people thought I was using jazz while I was staying in. Because when people tell me about racism in Dubai, how somebody discriminated, I was treated like a king. All the girls I dated were children of rich people. They opened the door of their house for me, entering and going out, because I didn't just meet these people. I was inspired. It was an inspired action. It was an inspired action. Right. So although I was a student who was struggling, but I had my 5 loaves and my 2 fishes. Yeah. Because sometimes you are going to need that welfare program. Yeah, to take you through that period process of your life. And infinite intelligence can help you gain access to those, your 5 loaves and your 2 fishes. Right. And that was what helped me. That's infinite intelligence. Start relating with divinity as a divine being that you are. Start relating with divinity as infinite intelligence, and watch what happens in your life. So, guys, the 18 days manifestation marathon begins tomorrow. And like I said, if you have registered and you have not been added to the group, kindly send us a message. See, can you just write down this number? 0808. Can we type the number in the comments? 0808 6275. Thank you for the gift. 08. This is moving forward. This is our official number. +234 0808 6275. Thank you, Immaculate. That's the number. Snapisa say our money never complete. 0808 6275. I'm looking forward to an amazing 18 days. And for those of you who didn't register, we're still going to be posting some videos every day that you can learn from. And we're also going to ensure that we post more videos on the YouTube channel so you can have something to watch. But I believe that by the end of this year, December, a lot of people are going to be shouting for joy. You're going to be literally shouting for joy. Somebody is saying you want to register today, Ibro. Can you undo it? Click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. Now, I'm going to see you all on the 19th of June. I am going to control myself because my team said I am not going to go live till 19th of June, right? But sometimes I want to talk. So I'm going to, but because every day for 18 days, we're going to be doing that anyways. So I'm going to control myself to obey the instruction that I've been given, right? But I know my YouTube handle is Femi Jubal. I know that for as many as will take advantage of all the information, you're going to use it and you're going to command results in your life. Because the goal, like I always say, is to manifest. If you have registered, we have sent the things that you're going to need. And we look forward to an amazing 18 days manifestation marathon. I don't know if we have, if you have any comments, question, I'll take some comments and questions. Yeah, Ibro, let me take some comments, questions, because after tonight now is like questions, comments before we close. Great, Madam Grace kept me. Go ahead, please. I think Grace kept me has a network issue. So, Musa, go ahead.
My question is that
Jibril Musa is in a club. Jibril Musa is in a club or is at Wusetu in a garden. I want to take some questions, interact with some of you, hear you. Okay, let me bring some of the people I know have registered for the 18 days so they can just share with us. Now, Luminate is, I want Luminate to come up because Luminate is the first associate in the Femi Jubal Academy. So Luminate is going to handle a lot of things during this 18 days manifestation marathon. He's more or less like
hello,
the
sir.
class monitor. He is the one that will make sure that people actually do the assignments and the exercises they are given. Luminate, go ahead, please. What
Good.
do you look forward to during these 18 days?
This thing is going to be powerful. Eh? It's going to be wonderful. This is we are going to be breaking frontiers this 18 days. Left to me, this is like the real deal of the real deal. So I cannot just wait at all at all.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
power is in results, is in manifestation. And if you do
Exactly.
not understand the formula to manifestation, you are just playing. You're just playing. So I wish everyone that registered for the class, I wish them the best. Every of your goals and your aim shall be manifested.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Luminate. Look forward to an amazing 18 days. BFS, go ahead. Class rep, yes, monitor.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, BFS.
Good evening. Thank you for this program. I would like to ask
You're
just one
welcome.
question.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Well, I've been following this program for a very long time, and I would say I came late, but I'm grateful for all the journey so far.
Mm.
But I was able to calculate things about myself and know myself very much. But there's this question I dropped in your DM that has been troubling me so. I know my destiny number, I know my birth number, and I know my life path. But somebody came across to me on the road, and the person knows about numerology. So the person said, if somebody carries a higher a higher destiny number that is higher than your life path, that the person's life is going to be fluctuating. So that thing has been on my mind for a month now. So I want the answer to that thing. I've checked online, read books, my head don't dey people don dey think say I dey mad. So I don't know the answer.
That person is the person's opinion. It's not a universal law. Now, it is story, like Ambassador says. Story, story. You move for the person. Your destiny number is the first number in your name numerology. You can change your destiny number. You cannot change your day of birth or your life path number, but you can change your destiny number. Now, your destiny number is the number that helps you to express your life path and your day of birth number. Your day of birth number is your identity. Your life path is your purpose, why you are here. Day of birth, who you are. Life path, why you are here. Destiny number, how to become who you are and why you are here. So there is no way someone will tell me that if your destiny number is higher than your life path, you're going to have a life of confusion. No. If you notice that you're not expressing your identity and purpose the way you would like to, then you can change your destiny number, which means you change your name. And the moment you change your name, it automatically changes your soul urge and your personality number, because those three numbers, a destiny number, soul urge, personality number, they are your name numerology.
Thank you, sir.
I hope I answered your question.
Yes, I'm okay with this answer.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Christ's disciple. Go ahead. What does it mean to dream walking barefoot through a graveyard with others? You know, dream interpretation is not chess. It's not something you just, especially for a dream like this.
Know what is
You have
the
to
blessing
follow up the
behind.
trajectory of your life
I
currently
pray
or in the
and
last
ask
3
that
months or so.
may
Christ's disciple, go ahead, please.
God store for us. Amin, Mama na. Amin. Allah ya ba mu tare, Mama na.
Christ's disciple, go
I'm
ahead.
happy to meet you this year. Bazan boye miki ba. And personality dinki, how you do things, I don't even know. I just felt some connection, but only God can say it. But I believe there's a reason of me meeting you, or you meeting me, or us meeting. I pray that and ask that may the will of our Father Jesus Christ manifest in our life. May what He store for us manifest in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Yes,
Thank you.
the preaching was for Mama. So,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christ's disciple. Thank you. Let's have Oluwakemi. She's on a call. She wasn't talking to me. Yeah. The lady was on a call. The Christ disciple lady, she was on a call. She wasn't talking to me. Yeah. Oluwakemi, go ahead. I think Oluwakemi's network is not. The Christ disciple is back. The Christ disciple is a prayer warrior. I'll add Christ disciple later. Let's have T-Mac. Content creator, go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I just want to know, like, what are the activities we can do daily that can help increase our consciousness? Because you said most of us are aware, but we're not conscious. Okay, so I just want to know what are the daily activities we could do daily that can increase our consciousness.
Meditation, intentional meditation. Intentional meditation is very important.
Okay.
And, meditation is actually the art of mindfulness. Right. If your eyes be one, your whole body will be full of light. Breathing exercise, yeah. Now, one of the things that you do when you want to meditate is there must be a focus. There must be a focus. And then when you master how to centralize all your energy resource to focus on one thing, what happens is that it begins to cause a ripple effect on your consciousness. When you focus on one thing to the point where you know all the patterns, all the patterns, all the signatures, all the different dimensions of that thing, it reflects on other areas of your life. So what happens is, let's say you meet a person. When this becomes a law that governs your life, you meet a person, your consciousness has been exercised in the place of meditation. So when you step out of that place and you meet a person, you are able to use the same formula that has become a system in you to actually decipher who this person is, hear what they are not saying, see what they are not showing you. But mindful meditation is very key here. And another thing, I've said this several times, rituals and routines. Rituals and routines. There is something called mental stage play. Mental stage play. You want to meet a person, you have a meeting with someone, playing everything in your mind's eye, how the event is going to be. You are giving your consciousness assignment. Give your conscious mind assignments to do. Give it work to do. Always give it work to do. Don't let it sleep, because it doesn't sleep anyways. If you don't give it work to do, it will engage in other things. So you give it work to do. Even little things in your life. You can send the assignment to your infinite intelligence. Like I said, when you activate that, it helps your consciousness. Because then what happens is there is no such thing as apathy and lethargy in your life. There is activity. There is activity going on. So it means that you meet people, you want to do something, you literally know what to do per time. Because you are active. Your mind's eyes can see. Your mind, your mental institution are active. But before they can get to that point, you have to start giving them assignments. Oh, I am meeting this person tomorrow. I want to know who they are. I want to hear what they are not telling me. I want to see what they are not showing me. Because consciousness is a sensitivity to patterns, to things, to places, to people, the aura, to energy. And then the power is in the practice. So when you practice this consistently, it becomes a law and a system that governs your life.
Okay, sir.
I hope that helped.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, let's have Christ disciple now. Christ disciple, go ahead, please.
Actually, greetings. This is my first time here, and I don't know that I sent the request, though you were talking about your first time meeting someone I don't know, and it was your birthday. I get to understand I met someone too. Just 2 days back, before I met her, there was an urge in me. My heart was so beating so fast, like my heart wanted to flee. And I met her immediately. She saw me. She welcomed me. I met her in her working place, and it was on her birthday. She told me that it was her birthday, and I wish her happy birthday. And she was just like me. Everything about her, just like a mirror of me. Her attitude, her character, the way she gives, everything. And I was like speechless. And since then we have been connected. I was even talking to her. I don't know that I really sent the number here. I sent the request here, and before I could knew you were talking to me too here. So I'm sorry for that. And
no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you. We'll just take Bishop and the other person, and then we'll close the session for tonight. Bishop, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for the chance you are giving me. Please, I want to know how to. That is, the other brother asked of destiny number and the rest. But how do I know? How do I know
the
my?
answer to your question is you just get the book. Click the link in the bio, and then you will get the book. It will help you to know everything you need to know about your numbers.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Then we'll have the last person. This one are Chinese, so Young Greens. I hope it's not those people those Nigerian boys that will be putting foreign people's picture on their posts, on their profile.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Turkey. Sorry that I use it's not my face there, but I will change it. Maybe from tomorrow I'll change it.
All right then.
I want to ask how can someone be always conscious of himself? Like somebody like me now, I may plan something, I say I want to do this thing like this, and I will be calculating myself. But when it comes to that particular time, sometimes something just gets me off, and after the thing happens, I remember, say, oh, maybe it will not even take maybe a second or 1 minute. Then I get myself again. I say, I was waiting for this thing, or it may be like sleep. I may be waiting for something. Something will just happen, and I will just miss out. I want to know how I can always,
Okay, I'm going to ask
um,
you. I'm going to ask you a very honest question.
yeah.
How do you express your sexual energy?
Like, how do I control myself during
Yeah, your
sex?
sexual energy.
Honestly, if sometimes I can control myself, but sometimes I can't.
So what do you do? Do you have girlfriends? Do you?
I'm married.
What can you say about yourself when it comes to sexual interactions? What can you say about yourself?
To be very honest, I'm someone I can control myself during sex, but sometimes I get swept off of my feet. Like if I see someone I like so much, that urge. Sometimes I don't. There's I can't resist. I just want to go in like that. Before I know, later I start to regret again.
Mm. Okay, so work on your, um, sexual energy.
Okay.
Work on it. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
but how do
creating a
I
lot
work
of
on
it's creating confusion and it's creating confusion and memory loss.
it? Okay.
You can't hold a thought. You can't hold a thought for too long until you produce
Yes.
results from
Yes.
that thought. You hold a
Yes.
thought, but the lifespan of that thought is too short. You forget, you move to this, you need to start practicing semen retention.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to start
So
practicing
I
semen
like you to
retention.
coach me on this. So I want to be part of this. Because I'm just getting it late, and I will pay for this 18 marathon early morning. By 8 I will pay. I want to
No
join
problem.
the. I
No
want to
problem.
join you, sir.
No problem.
Okay.
So thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
sir.
bro. Just work on that. Work on that, and then you're going to be
But
fine.
how do I work on it, sir? Like, can you give me a guide?
What are the things you give your attention to? Anything that would trigger um, you to engage in any act of intimacy that will not add any value to you. Stay away from them. Movies, images. Spend more time building your soul. Spend more time
Okay.
adding value to your soul.
Okay.
If you have a
Okay.
partner that you have an understanding, fine. But it is not, let there be moderation. Because you are the kind of person that you are very emotional.
Yes.
And you are very sensitive. You are very sensitive to things outside you, to people. So it affects. So for someone like you, if you don't master how to control your semen, what happens is it affects how you hold your thoughts. So you
Okay.
start forgetting things easily. And your thought process is very instrumental to your success. So you are
Okay.
attacked in the area of your strength when you mismanage your sexual energy. So the area where
Okay.
your strength is the ability to hold a thought until you get results from that thought. So now that
Yes.
area is under attack because of the mismanagement of sexual energy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what you do. Work on
Okay.
it. Also, you need to start exercising.
Okay. Yes, I've started that. I think I've started
Fantastic.
exercising.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You'll be all right, bro.
Okay.
Let's take one more question and then we'll
Thank
close
you.
this session tonight. Ajia Posh Store.
Hello, Femi. Thank you for
Hello.
this opportunity.
Thank you.
I must say, I'm really impressed about your work. I happen to be on your YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I didn't get much to watch, but
Yeah.
definitely signing up. So, my question is, what do you reckon of someone who usually sees for instance, you dream about something and it happens, and you kind of tell yourself that I saw this somewhere. I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
It's like you see things before they happen,
Hmm.
and does that help? Like, does that have a positive effect on such a person? Because it looks like every time things happen in my life, I have already experienced it before, and it's amazing. I don't just understand, like how
So
does it happen that way?
now the thing is, you are very sensitive to the, if your soul, let me say, your soul is very active. Your soul is very active. So your gates, the portals and the gates of your soul are very active. So you receive instructions
Okay.
mostly from your dream.
Yeah.
You receive instruction. You receive inspired instructions from your dream. Now, what you do with those instructions depends on you.
Okay.
But your question is, there is an answer in your question already. And the
Yeah.
answer in your question is that this is a gift that you have that is actually rare. For someone to always have dreams and see it happen, it's very rare. So what
Okay.
that means is you have to learn how to instruct your soul before you sleep,
Okay.
because this is the key to living your most authentic life. And I've
All right.
prescribed this to a person before, where you have a challenge at the moment, that you are going through something, you don't know what to do. Before you sleep, instruct your soul to give you solution in your dream. Tell your soul that I want to sleep now. So thing. Because the truth of the matter is, this kind of gift must be exercised. You must use and use and use it to the barest minimum, to the barest maximum, right? You must practice this. You, in the afternoon, you can just say, okay, I need to just have like lucid dreaming too. I need to just sleep now, and I need to know about this as I sleep. Master how to give instructions to direct your sleep pattern, the things that should happen when you are sleeping. Give instruction, and then you watch what happens the more, because I don't know the kind of dreams that you have had and they have come to pass, whether they are negative or positive.
They're
But you can
positive.
use this as the key to lead the
All right.
kind of life that you want. So
Thank you very much.
instruct your soul. Like tonight before you sleep, you can start by practicing it tonight. Instruct your soul. Give your soul an assignment. Take one thing of, whatever it is in your life right now, and make it an assignment to your soul. Make it like, I told you about the 3 dimensions of the prayer code.
Yeah.
The declaration, this is what I want. The function, okay, the reason I want this is this. And then the closing, I am going to have that clarity through my dream. And then watch what happens. And then keep practicing it. Make it casual to you. Practice it. And then you'll get more results from it, because the answer is in your question. You have a gift that is rare. So use it. Keep using it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right then. We're going to have to stop here tonight because we need to do some other things. So guys, thank you so much. I'm going to see you all on the 19th of June. Or is it the 18th? I think 18th of June. 18th of June, I'm going to see everyone. If you register for the 18 days manifestation marathon, from tomorrow, we kick off. So thank you so much, guys. Nika, thank you so much. Have a great, great night. Thank you.